A couple announcements is every year we give kind of 3 weeks for the new budget for you all to hear and look over and discuss and pray about the budget for the upcoming year. This is our first week, but the difference is this year we're not changing our budget at all. Due to the coronavirus and due to just trying to figure out, we don't even really know a ton what to expect. We're going to keep our budget the exact same as last year. And so look online if you want specifics. This is the general, but we're trying not to hand out paper. Normally we hand out paper with the general big line item for the budget. We'll have this online, but if you'd like to get it in person, if you don't use online, or if you want the nitty gritty details, the like very small line by line, we're not hiding that either. But just ask for it, and we'll get it to you so you can look for it. But we're gonna vote in 3 weeks on just the same budget as last year. Part of that is due to the coronavirus, and like our budget just looks different. There's big line items that we're not even using. And, the hospitality things, the coffee, the donuts, that sort of stuff, we're not using it at this point in time. There's a floating thing. There's other things in the budget that are just different than normal. So we're trying to keep it as normal as possible, but also we are going to change our fiscal year to, instead of January through December, we're going to change it from July through June. And part of that is so we don't have to deal with making and voting on a budget in Christmas season every year like we've been doing. It's kind of a hassle while we're prepping for Christmas, while we're doing all that stuff to try to get the budget out. So it gives us a little more freedom to handle the budget. Also, December is such a high giving month typically, and January is such a low giving month, that having those kind of in the middle of the fiscal year will just make it easier to plan for our fiscal year. So our goal is to keep the budget the same, and we're asking that the members look over this and vote for this, express any concerns, questions you might have, and we'll vote on it in a couple weeks. But our goal is to keep it the same, but then make the tweaks we need. Hopefully things settle down with the coronavirus, and also we just have we'll have a better chance to view what we want to change when we change our fiscal year. So if you have any questions, please ask, write. The information will be online. But we're going to vote on the new budget, which is essentially the old budget, in 3 weeks from today. Also, we have a Thanksgiving service coming up. It will be on the 29th. And instead of an in-person service at 9 and a Zoom service at, what are we doing now, 10:30, 11? We're just going to do one Zoom service at 10 a.m. We're not going to have any in-person service. We're just going to do a Zoom service at 10. And the idea is every year we always share stories, share praises of God's work in our lives. And we're going to do the same thing on a Zoom service so everyone can be there. So we can hear the stories from the whole church, and we can praise what God's doing in the midst of even this tough year together. If you have a story to share and you would like to share something that God's done in your life, please reach out to us. If you know Tong, reach out to Tong directly. If you don't, you can write info@thevinenw.com and just let them know you have a praise you would like to share at the Zoom service, and we're going to try to schedule most of those out, but we'll give some free time for people to raise their hand and share kind of spontaneously. But we're going to try to make the most of that service just scheduled out. Like we already know who's gonna speak and kind of what they're gonna speak on. But it'll be a good time to share what God's doing even in the midst of this tough season. And so please just consider what God's been doing in your own life. Praise Him for it, and then consider sharing it with us so that we might celebrate what God's doing with you.